play some late night blitz using my blitz repertoire with the modern defense against e4, which is when you fianchetto the bishop. The opponent plays this system, c3. It's a very annoying system, actually. I don't like facing it. And the idea behind the c3 system is just to have a really solid center. And it's more of a positional game rather than like a tactical game that a lot of modern players want. Here, though, I think black equalizes easily with the move knight takes c4. I always like playing this move because the goal of the Pirc is to destroy the center. So by using the fork idea, you basically make trades to destroy the center. And already black has achieved the idea of the modern defense. It's a hyper-modern opening, meaning you let the other side occupy the center, and then you target it with your pieces, like your pawns and your minor pieces. So, and also the opponent kind of blundered a pawn here, which is perfect. It's great. I like what I see. So, knight g5, going for e4. Can I save that pawn? Go here to try to save it. It's like g4, h4. This pawn is pinned, I can't really save it. But what I can do is blow open the center while white's not castled. So I think I'm going to go with idea e5. Just adding an attacker, although it's defended, and idea is to just rip open the center. So I'll start with this. And it's suspicious. The king and the knight lined up there. You go like rook e8, f5, or bishop f5. It looks very suspicious. So idea number one is like, okay, rook e8. And this is a Morphy idea. Morphy, one of the first unofficial world champion, taught us how to attack the encastled king. One of the ways is to place a rook in the open file, opposing it. Queen f3. Okay, this looks very suspicious. The knight is only defended once, and it's also pinned, so naturally the move bishop f5 comes to mind. But I see what the opponent wants, like counterattack. We gotta think about this one. I think bishop f5 is a relatively fine move. Basically blocking a threat and making our own threat to take the knight. Yeah, this is not looking good for white. Modern players smiling right now. Where's the center? By move 10 or 15, the modern player doesn't see the center, and white's pieces are kind of like this and not castle. And the modern player is happy. Because the modern player, like, this is what they want. They don't want to. They want to see that they destroy the center. Here might be some way to save. I don't even believe it though. Yeah, this looks dire. Just 3 attackers on a pinned knight. Just don't believe this. I just don't believe it. Let this be a lesson to the opponent. Never be too greedy. Always develop first and castle your king before going for the gold. With this nice centralized queen, the rest should be simple game. I could take this, but then I get this. I'm not sure I want that. So how do we close out the game? Simple development is probably best. Makes sense, trying to go for the 7th rank. And there's no need for me to allow that. But I can just double here. What goes here, maybe I go here. B3. We can also place our bishop to block that 7th rank idea. So perhaps that's what I'll do. Idea is to block the 7th rank so that the rook doesn't really infiltrate. Or if it infiltrates, then I go here and block it, then trap it. Move like knight b8, knight e5. Yeah, I have a weird idea. It goes f5, f4. I don't know if it's a good idea, but should at least be considered. f5 seems like a fun move. Why not? f5, f3. Bishop takes h2. Interesting line. I don't know if it's necessary. We can also go bishop f4, trading a lot of pieces. Yeah, bishop f4 seems like a very clinical move. Because you can't take just a back rank, so you have to go bishop d2. So this should trade all pieces and end the game. I don't know if f5, f4 was better. Both are very good. Both are very good. Alright, take everything. You always have rook here just to save the 7th rank. That's like a saving grace here. I'll just slowly advance my pieces, my king. Just like very slowly. Take our time. Yeah, I mean, let's play this, get our king a bit farther along. And okay, so maybe do this. Yeah, this guy's playing some moves, trying to go g4, some counterplay. We're trying to go like here, threatening knight e3. See if he sees that. No, he didn't see it. Taking that one. Then I think that's the game. Yeah, I'm gonna lock this guy, so no g4 moves. And then probably move my knight here. Go for this. See if he blunders some sort of checkmate. Good game. I think this is a great illustration of the modern defense. And this is why modern is such a good blitz weapon, because it's hard to kind of hold the center together and respond to all of black's threats. If you're playing white, you have a big center, but it's hard to say that you can hold it together confidently, because black has a lot of ways to make pressure against it. White should still be better, or at least this line c3 is actually considered okay for black, but it's more positional, which is usually not what a modern player wants. When I play blitz in the modern, I'm looking to win my games fast, because I'm just playing blitz, I'm not taking it that seriously. So, in any case, I think bishop c4 already a bit inaccurate, because in the future I'm going to play the knight, maybe sack it, and then fork. So that's exactly what happened. This sack happened. And white can go like this, then take, and maybe I'll go h6, stop the knight. maybe white goes here. Then I have a lot of options like knight c6 or something. In any case, it's not too good for white already. Black already has the bishop here in this line. But in this version, after knight f3 takes, white chose to take with knight. After this, best move was definitely to preserve the bishop and then take back like this. But white made a mistake and let me take the knight for free. Although white does preserve the bishop here in this case. A lot of people get scared. Yeah, they go like this. But that's bad because they lose the bishop pair. So at least this person preserved the bishop pair, but they did it in a way that allowed me to take for free instead of trading. And after knight g5, e5 is a classic way to exert more pressure in the center, because white still has to spend time taking back this. And while white is spending time on that, black is opening position. Perfect, because white's not even castle. Here, really, white can't afford to delay and has to castle. It's one of the rules you learn the opening as a beginner. Always castle, get your king to safety. That's true in a lot of cases. Because white violated this principle and played this, then I started attacking. Rook e8, queen f3, bishop f5, and queen takes, and just win a piece. The rest was easy. Throw bishop here just to block the idea. So if white goes here, the idea is bishop here, and say like this, then we can go like knight b8. Nice idea. And this bishop and the pawn trap the rook. So the rook has to sacrifice itself. This would have been what I was hoping for, but instead the opponent correctly played it. Bad, but in any case, very hard to say that white can hold this. I also thought about f5 because f4 is fun. Say white does nothing, a4, f4 is interesting. Also bishop d4 is interesting. Bishop can never take because back rank checkmate like this. So all these ideas come from the fact that white also back rank issue, which is why white played king f1, also to guard the rook. But it's too little too late here, and just canceling out the 7th rank threats and slowly improving my position by bringing my king, advancing my pawns, and just putting my knight on the hole on g4 because no pawns can attack it. It's called a hole, and just waiting for a mistake by the opponent. That was the mistake. I think the rest of the game was fairly straightforward. Again, I was hoping white would go here. I was hoping that white would go here so I could checkmate him like this. So just waiting for mistakes. But even if that didn't happen, I still got my king over there and did the rook and king checkmate. So good game to my opponent.